My name is John Kelly. If you're watching this, you may be wrestling with an uncomfortable question. What does this case mean in dollars? In this chapter, we'll talk about how damages work in vulnerable adult abuse and neglect cases, economic losses, non-economic harm, and the themes that tend to drive high-value outcomes. Now, as an attorney, I know the economic damages are only half of the story, sometimes less, because the heart of these cases is really the non-economic harm. Now let's talk about a hard defense argument you'll hear. They were old, they were sick, they didn't have much time left. But here's the truth. The value of human life is not measured in remaining years alone. A vulnerable adult still has a right to comfort, safety, and dignity. If a facility causes a preventable, painful injury, the law does not excuse it because the person was 88 instead of 28. And juries will understand that deeply. They may not talk about the statutes. They talk about decency, about what we owe each other when someone can't fend for themselves. So I'll go over the damage modeling that we do and how we present it to juries. In a serious case, we often use a life care plan or a similar framework, even when the resident is older, because the question is, what did this harm change? Did it increase the level of care? Did it shorten the life? Did it introduce a new pain and suffering? Did it require wound care, surgeries, or long-term antibiotics? Did it require a move, a private sitter, a different facility, or hospice earlier than expected? The expert in economics may provide future care costs. Medical experts may testify about the course of pressure wounds or fracture outcomes. Families can testify about what changed day to day and really paint the picture in that way. And it really is kind of a storytelling, and it matters as much as the spreadsheets do. A jury can understand before the neglect, mom could walk with help to the dining room and recognized her daughter. After the neglect, she was bedbound in pain and afraid. That is a damages story. Let me give you a brief story example that may strike home with some of you. A man, Mr. Patel, places his wife in a nursing facility after a stroke. She can't walk alone. She has swallowing issues. She is alert. She smiles. She squeezes his hand. He visits every evening. Then his work schedule changes for 2 weeks, and he can only visit on weekends. On a Saturday, he finds his wife with a foul-smelling wound on her sacrum. She is lethargic. She is feverish. The facility says, "Oh, we noticed that recently." At the hospital, she is diagnosed with sepsis. She never returns to her baseline, and within a month, she is on hospice and she dies. When Mr. Patel later hears the word stage 4 pressure injury, he feels something break inside. Not just grief, but betrayal, because his wife didn't die of old age. She died of being left unmoved, unattended, and untreated. That kind of case is not about money as a prize. It's about money as accountability. It's about forcing the system to pay for the harm it caused, and sometimes forcing change on the facility. Now, damages also include something less obvious, the cost of carrying this. Families lose sleep. They lose trust. They lose the sense that the world is safe for the people that they love. That is not a line item on a bill, but it is real. If you have a loved one who's a vulnerable adult, and after listening to the video, have questions, we handle these cases throughout the nation, and we're happy to consult with you. If you'd like to talk to us, please call us at Kelly Law Team at 602-283-4122.